A viewer from our live stream dropped us a question about his father being involved in a self-defense shooting. We'll discuss that in a minute, but first, we have a gun giveaway going on. It's absolutely free. It's happening right now, but it ends really soon. So click the link in the description, find out which brand new gun you could win. Okay, so we'll read through this question up here. My dad was in a self-defense shooting and is going to court. Well, okay. Can I be summoned to appear? And how do I navigate? If this was your dad and was in a self-defense shooting, what would you do? Okay, so I did a little bit of research, and maybe this is a topic that Tom Grieve and I can cover in an Ask an Attorney segment, but there are some areas, some states that will not require you to testify against your parents. So I don't know what you are going to be asked to testify, or you can certainly be summoned to court. The court can send you a summons and say that you have to appear, and if you do that, you have to go to court. But you don't have to say anything. You can plead the fifth. You can choose not to say anything in court, but you may get in trouble. So I'm not giving you legal advice here. I'm not an attorney. I'm just an old cop. So we'll talk about this more at some other time, because this is something that I think would be a very interesting topic for Tom Grieve and I to talk about. But there are some states that give you protection that say you do not have to testify against your parents. You don't have to testify against your spouse. That's pretty much universal, because the court has ruled that there is a protection there when you're talking someone that you're in a close relationship with. And some states, I believe there's 8 or 10 of them already, that very clearly lay this out and say, yes, you don't have to testify against your parents because you're going to be having conversations that you would not normally have with other people. And there should be some protection there to allow you to have those conversations in that close relationship. But if you're asking me what I would do, well, I mean, what if they're asking you to go to court and be the character witness for your father? Are you going to go in there and say, yeah, my dad was a great guy. I think he did everything right. He got lots of training, and he didn't want to have to shoot this person in the defensive shooting. So we need a lot more information before we can answer this question perfectly. And that's something you're going to have to ask your attorney, or maybe ask your father's attorney. Find out what it is that they're going to ask you to say. What are you going to be testifying about? Because perhaps you can be there to actually help in your father's defense. But remember, once you get on the stand, then the other attorneys can start asking you questions and things can become very difficult for you. So this is one of those situations, and I shouldn't say one of those situations because I really can't think of a situation where you wouldn't want to consult an attorney when you're dealing with the legal system in a self-defense incident. So we're going to rephrase that. This is just another reason why you need to make sure you get the best possible legal representation in your self-defense case. Understand that the court system is very complex, and it is not designed to really help you. Think about that for a minute. Prosecutors take cases they think they can win. That's when they really move forward and prosecute a case. That's why police officers have to write such amazingly detailed reports so that the prosecutor can read them and say, I think I can win this case, we're going to move forward. Or the prosecutor will look at the report and go, I don't have enough information or evidence here to win this case. I'm not wasting the state's time on it. So if it's going to trial, that means the prosecutor already thinks he or she has a great shot at winning this case. So understand that if you're going to trial, you need help navigating the legal system. Make sure that you have a good attorney. Don't try to do this on your own. You're pulled over by the police and you're carrying concealed. Do you need to do anything special in this scenario? Like tell the officer you have a gun. Click this video right next to me and I'll break down that scenario step by step on what you should do.